Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back after these short messages.
Hello and welcome to Thin Places Radio. I'm your host, and it is the middle of the night. But don't worry, you're not alone. I'm coming to you live from my studio, which is what I like to call this 24-hour laundromat with broken orange plastic chairs, rattly old AC, and for some godforsaken reason, an arcade console that's not turning on. I've always liked laundromats. The neon stuttering in the window, clean laundry smell, the white noise of the washer dryers, the almost too hot stuffy air. It's comforting. Like a womb or a coffin. What is Thin Places Radio? Well, you can call in about anything strange that you've got going on in your life. Do you hear your footsteps lag when you're walking down that series of interconnected subterranean tunnels? Is there a ghost in your washing machine? Or is there a padlock in your friend's attic that you can't or shouldn't open? Call in, get it off your chest. Lines are open.
I'm calling because I just woke up after a dream where the house that I'm living in, the rooms were changing and rearranging themselves, not the contents, but where they were in the house. Like I'd walk into where the kitchen used to be and it was a different room, not necessarily a room I'd seen before. And I thought it was just a dream, but when I woke up, I walked out of my bedroom and was making my way towards the bathroom, and I noticed a door I hadn't seen before, and I was wondering, should I open that?
Hi, caller. I'm so glad you left me a message. You never know when you might look at something you've seen for years or maybe even your whole life and realize that suddenly nothing is the way that you thought it was. The Unheimlich. Something that should be familiar, your house, is unfamiliar. Something that should be unfamiliar, a new door, is actually something you recognize. I'm usually okay with answers, but I don't think I can answer this one for you. Because you can't unring a bell. You can't undream a dream, and you can't unopen a door, even if you never go through it after all. There are 1,000 possible futures. There are 1,000 possible yous in those 1,000 possible futures. But here's the thing. All of those yous are still you. All of those yous are still beloved, no matter what happens. Should you open the door? I don't know. Can you live with the unanswered question if you don't? Right now, as you're listening to this, an act of kindness is taking place. Acts of brutality, too, and desperation, and hopelessness, and hopefulness, but also kindness, the kind that comes for free between strangers, with no benefit to be gained. Somewhere right now, a 22-year-old is crying on the steps outside their apartment. They just moved to this city and they've just locked themselves out, but that isn't why they're crying. The reasons are too big to articulate and also too easy. A 67-year-old woman is walking past them. She understands feeling alone, a stranger to yourself and to everybody else. The 22-year-old thinks it's a kindness to be ignored, but it's not. It's just politeness. The woman fishes a packet of Kleenex out of her purse. "I won't tell you to cheer up," she says. The 22-year-old blows their nose. "Cry as long as you'd like. But after you've finished, pick yourself back up. You're very strong, even though you wish you didn't have to be. And she nods. It's what she would have wanted to hear. And somehow it's what they needed to hear too. Something weird, listeners. Megafauna. Why do you think moose are so big? It's because of dinosaurs. Did you know that ancient rats were 10 times the size of modern rats? I know this because I think I might be seeing the last remaining one sniffing its way along the shelves on the wall of this laundromat. Alright, it looks like the spin cycle's done, and... that ancient video game looks like it's turned itself back on. It's got a title flashing there now. Polybius? Maybe I'll play a few rounds while I'm waiting. Maybe I won't. Either way, the future is wide open. Thank you for listening, callers, and thank you for calling, listeners. I hope you feel a little bit lighter. I know I do. As always, our number is 717-382-8093. That's 717-382-8093. Until next time, I'll be here.
Visit us at the diner just off Road Goodbye.
Thin Places Radio is a podcast written by Kristen O'Neal and produced by Kaitlin Bruder. The voice of your host is Kristen O'Neal. Tonight's voicemail was left for us by Emily Carlson. Editing and sound design are by Kaitlin Bruder, and the music tracks you heard are The Thin Places theme by Miles Morkri and Umeed by RANA. If you have a story to tell or a question to ask, give us a call at 717-382-8093. The lines are always open.